There's always going to be critics when you're playing with the best player in the game. My job is to relieve pressure off of them. But I don't listen to what anybody has to say about my play or the other team's play, the play of my teammates, that is. I do have a responsibility to play at a high level and help make things easier for LeBron. We're not panicking. We're going to figure it out. And I'm never reading another quote by AD. We're joined once again by Chris Broussard.
I've been there.
But Marcellus, I'm going to you first, bro. Are you confident the Lakers can rebound tonight in Game 2?
No, not confident. Just wait and see approach one of these. Get the popcorn out, pour me a little of that Duke and Dane caramel whiskey, sit there on the rocks and say, good luck, Lakers, prove it to me, because they have not looked good in the bubble all bubble time. And then you look at them in Game 1, and I'm like, okay, they actually in some ways showed me a little more. But the only way I think they can really beat them, the Portland Trailblazers, is not with their horses. I really look, like Achos broke this down time and time again. If you look at the top 8 players on the court, even top 10 players on the court, you're going to draft a lot more from Portland than you are from the Lakers. And the only way that they can beat the Lakers, looking at the deep analytics, the net ratings, the best lineups they have, LeBron and Alex Caruso have to be on the court at the same time, which is not something that you will simply think about if you're looking at the top surface of the Lakers. But looking at it from the deep analytics, they have to outcoach them. They're actually going to have to maneuver, and they're going to have to reconfigure how this team goes out there and design to hold up against Portland. Don't forget, Portland only shot 39% in a game that they won against the #1 seed. I think it's tough sledding for the Lakers.
Look, I think LeBron, one thing he has to do is go out and be more of an aggressive scorer. All right, in Game 1, he had a great floor game, right? Historic numbers that we had never seen before in the playoffs. But they need his points because, to your point, Marcellus, he's not getting a lot of help elsewhere. His teammates can't shoot, okay? So LeBron can't just be the playmaker. 23 points for him is low. He needs to be closer to 30, and that's what the Lakers need to win. But let me get to AD. There's a little bit of a problem I have with that quote from AD. And here it is.
What's the problem?
He says, it's my job to help LeBron. See, you're already taking a backseat to LeBron. You should be thinking, I am 1A to LeBron's 1. Like, I'm right there. It's both. Because LeBron has spent all year trying to get AD to adopt that mindset, right? He said, we're going to run the offense through AD. Every game, in the beginning of the game, he's going to AD to get him established. AD is not delivering that, though. He's not reciprocating, because in the fourth quarter, that's when his mentality of I'm just here to help LeBron kicks in, and he delivers in the first 3 quarters, but then in the fourth quarter, he backs up and waits for LeBron to do everything. And that's a problem. AD had 2 points in Game 1 of the fourth quarter. I can't have 30 points, but 28 of them coming in the first 3 quarters. He's got to deliver more in the fourth quarter, and to do that, he has to see himself as the man. Secondly, about AD, he's got to be willing to play some center. Not just willing, but embrace it. Because we know he's come out and said he doesn't want to play center, but what that does in this series, when he's playing power forward next to Dwight or JaVale McGee, is it allows Portland to keep their 2 7-footers on the court. So they got Hassan Whiteside and Jusuf Nurkic on the court protecting the rim. And the Lakers don't shoot the 3 well, so LeBron's going at the rim, and those 2 dudes are protecting it. If AD will play center next to Kyle Kuzma, that improves the Lakers shooting, takes one of those bigs from Portland off the floor, and opens up the driving lanes more for LeBron. Those are the things AD has to do to help LeBron.
I got something real quick, deep dive. We know LeBron's been 13-0 in the first round series, but look at this downward trend. 2018, only time he's ever trailed in the first round against the Pacers. 2019, didn't even make the playoffs last year. 2020, down again. LeBron, you better get this thing started quicker, bro.
To be confident, bro, that the Lakers are going to rebound in Game 2 is to be confident in hope, a dream, a wish. But it's not to be confident in your eyes. It's not to be confident in your logic. CB, I agree with you. If the Lakers are going to win, LeBron has to be the aggressor. But we haven't really seen LeBron be an aggressor all season. we've seen LeBron be a distributor at a high of his career. LeBron, he only has a 30-point game 20% of the time. So for us to think that LeBron's going to come out here and start dropping 30 every single game, I think that is wishful thinking on our behalf. I just don't know if that's the same LeBron we've seen all season. To be wishful and think that Danny Green is going to be able to find a bucket, he ain't do it in the first 8 games in the bubble. Still hasn't done it. To be hopeful and hope that KCP is all of a sudden going to drop 15, he's not. Kyle Kuzma, he's not going to go for 30. The Lakers have shown us who they were. What Danny Green say, Marcellus?
What do you say?
They are who we thought they were. And that's what the Lakers have shown us. I'm just hoping as a Lakers fan, they turn it around.